Right, okay, this morning I'm going to talk to you about coil stiffeners. I saw a post on Facebook today where somebody had bought a unsuitable coil stiffener thinking it would protect their coil, and it has not. And I'll explain why you should use the UK History Finders ones and not some of these knockoff ones that you see on eBay. This is the type of coil stiffener he was using, and in actual fact this coil stiffener was made back a couple of years ago and was one of the very original ones in its early days. And although it stiffens the side of the coil lug, what we found was that it doesn't actually transfer where the loads go through when you're swinging left and right. As it is at the moment, you're still putting the load on the coil lug itself when you're swinging left and right. So we redesigned all these, and this file was originally available for free on one of the file shares and was got hold of by many people and shared around, who immediately thought, great, we'll print loads of these and flog them off on eBay, and people were buying them. And in actual fact, although it does help a bit, forget it. So that was originally designed for the Equinox, which was the coil which was having all the issues mainly at the time. So we redesigned it, and you can see the difference between the original one and the new one. Very much more robust, directional. It has an arrow, tells you which way to fit it. It has coil securing cables to make sure that it's pulled down to the body of the coil. And the biggest thing is these lugs at the side, which when it's on the coil means that when you're swinging left to right, the load is through the coil body, not through the coil lug. So you're not putting all the strain at the fracture point where it's actually transferring a lot of the energy through the coil body. So that's that one is for the 11-inch, and we do for the 15-inch as well. In fact, we do a whole range of different ones. Now, every one of these was produced because somebody had a broken coil lug. They came to us and said, I've got the broken coil lug on such and such a coil, can you help us out? And we have produced coil stiffeners, but all our stiffeners transfer the energy through the coil body, not through the coil lug, and are secured down to the body of the coil. So the most common one is the Equinox, and which we all know has had a lot of problems, but mine are pretty good. If you've got one within warranty and you've got a broken lug on the coil, send your coil back. They change them, no problem at all. If it's out of warranty, I'm not sure how you'll get on. But ideally, before you get to that stage, and not after it's cracked or broken, I would say fit one of these if you can. Now to fit it, it's very straightforward. You don't need any extra longer bolts for the coil or anything like that. You just need your standard coil bolt and your shaft. This is the 15-inch coil, and as I say, these are directional, so you fit it with the arrow to the front. You can then refit your shaft using the existing bolt, which recesses into the actual coil body, and then you just adjust it in the normal way. Now the biggest difference is, and I recommend that you do this, you don't have to, but is we use 2 cable ties to make sure that the coil stiffener is pulled down to the face of the coil, making it even more secure. Now if you out in the field and you have a broken lug, and you haven't been using a coil stiffener and it's broken, you can actually get one of these, mount the coil block, put the broken piece in between where it should sit, and then with the cable secure it down, and that will allow you to then carry on using that coil without having to use epoxy to try and repair it or whatever. You can just actually put it straight back on and lock it. To fit the cable ties, there's 2 holes in the body. You just put the cable ties through, zip it up tight. Same this side. Pop it through and zip it up tight. Body of the coil, making sure you get it round the side of the body, which I didn't do very well there, but I'm just for demonstration. Then cut off the tails. Now what that's done is that's actually pulling the coil stiffener body down to the coil itself. So when you're swinging left to right, the energy is now going through the bottom lugs through the coil and not putting so much load or putting a load as it was before on these actual original lugs. As I say, we do many different types, and every one of these that we've designed has been because we've had a coil with a broken lug that needed to be repaired. So that's why every one of these exists, and there are many in the range. Have a look at the UK History Finders website, and if you can't see something there that you need, you can always drop us a line and we'll always try and accommodate or come up with an idea to help you out. But if you've got this type of stiffener or anything similar that you've purchased not from UK History Finders, it will only partially do the job. It is not doing so. You can't be reassured that it will protect you. Use one of our coil stiffeners and it's robust and will put the loads through the coil body. I hope that helps. Visit the website, have a look, or if you need help, drop us a note, and we'll always get back to you.